Hi, hello, my name is Keira. I'm from Glasgow in sunny Scotland. It is actually sunny today for a change. I am making my very first YouTube video because I am about to embark on my juice fast. So here's a little sneaky peeky of all of the beautiful produce that I have purchased for my cleanse. Just give you a little rundown. Here we are. It's quite an exciting table's worth. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Okay, so as you can see, I've managed to acquire a good selection of herbs. So we've got some basil here, some parsley, some chives back here. I'm really obsessed with chives right now. So anyway, yeah. We've got some mint here, beautiful mint, spearmint and normal mint. We have fragrant dill, which I'm also a huge fan of, and some thyme. I've just started putting thyme in my juices, and it turns out really nice if you're doing a savoury juice. So, okay, let's have another close look. Look at these beautiful organic tomatoes. I'm so excited, especially, can you actually see this? Look at this. Like, hold on, right, I'm going to show you my head, and I'm going to show you how big it is next to my head. Oh, I cannot wait to eat that. So yes, lovely tomatoes. Got some more tomatoes down here as well. Lovely different colours. I really do quite like the kind of greeny ones. If you've not tried the coloured tomatoes, they all have such a very distinct individual flavour to them, so I would highly recommend it. I've got some citrus here, so I've got a lot of lemons, pink grapefruit and some oranges here. I've got pomegranate, got apples, bananas, sweet potatoes. We've got a couple of litres of coconut water, which I'm going to drink a glass of every day to keep my electrolyte levels good. Let's move on to the exciting greens. I've managed to get a lot of organic greens. Actually, most of this stuff this time round has been organic, which I'm living in Glasgow, as I said earlier, and it's really challenging to find organic produce in Glasgow. So wherever you're from, you might be experiencing the same thing. This is my second juice fast. I started my first juice fast in November of last year, and that's when I first purchased my juicer, and I was really quite clueless. Like I hadn't done it before. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what sort of combinations worked and what didn't, and it was all just a bit of an adventure. And I managed a 10-day juice fast and completed it successfully. I slipped up twice and I had soup and I had a salad. But apart from that, I found a really beneficial experience. I lost 8 pounds within the 10 days. The main reason for the juice fast that time round, sorry, I'll just sit down and give you a better view of the produce behind me. So I found that my main aim for the last one, the last juice fast, sorry, I had a little note of things I was going to talk about all written down. I have no idea where I have put, there it is, the note. Okay, so as you can see, I'm very unstructured just now because I'm not used to doing YouTube videos. So just bear with me, please. What was I saying? Last time, I've been unwell, unfortunately, for about a year now, and I was on the juice fast originally because I was put on pharmaceutical drug that was did not agree with me, and I ended up, it was like also prescribed to people who are like clinically like really badly anorexic to as an appetite stimulant, and I already had a very healthy appetite. So when I was on that pharmaceutical drug, I actually gained 3.5 stone in 2.5 months. Not sure how much that is in the way of pounds, but I mean, I went from a size 12 right up to a size 16 to 18 in 2.5 months, which didn't do my confidence or health any good. I was binging on like really like refined sugars, refined flour, all of the kind of addictive comfort foods, pizzas, like lots of cheese and dairy, and I've been vegetarian for 2 years, and at the point of the juice fast, I really cut back on dairy. I'm almost what like just plant-based without animal products, but you know, I'm phasing it out gradually, and I'm trying my best. Like, been a lot of changes since November last year, and you can only try your best and be patient with yourself when you're trying to overhaul your diet and your lifestyle choices. It can take a while to like feel good and comfortable about the progress you're making, and sometimes you slip up and eat things you know you shouldn't, and you know your body's going to not thank you for it, and your energy levels and your health's going to suffer. As you can probably tell, like I have quite bad like skin problems just now. I had a bad allergic reaction to a chemical industrial cleaner last year when I was working at my work, and inhaled it, and burnt down my face and my neck and my arms. So since then I've had like really bad skin problems to a point as of like from November last year. Like before then, right up till when was it? Sorry, I'm just totally rambling. From about May all the way through November, from the last juice fast all the way through to February this year, I hardly slept at all, which wasn't good for my health either. And I'm now getting severe allergic reactions to chemical, like synthetic fragrances or any sort of kind of synthetic chemical substance, to the point where I'm in and out of A&E with like I get anaphylaxis now and again. I go into anaphylactic shock, so I carry an EpiPen with me, and so the reason I'm doing the second juice cleanse is because I'm not getting anywhere health-wise with these allergic reactions. I never used to have any allergic reactions until I was exposed to that chemical last year at my work. So it's been a huge overhaul. I've had to change, like I've really not had any useful help from the health service apart from getting a couple of allergy tests which confirmed that I was allergic to certain chemicals and nickel and certain foods. So I realised I had to take things into my own hands and really like try and find like holistic approaches to health and wellness, because with the doctors all they were doing was prescribing me antihistamines, which I'm still having to take, and I really don't want to be on any drugs. I've tried to really like limit any sort of reliance on chemically made, like synthetically, you know, I just think you should be able to thrive on a natural diet. We never used to consume drugs, etc., and unfortunately we never used to be exposed to certain synthetic chemicals in the air that you breathe and come into contact with, and even the food that you eat. That's one of the reasons with this particular juice fast I've really tried hard to buy all organic. It's not always possible and it's not always affordable, but to know that extra peace of mind that there might be like a limited amount of herbicides and pesticides and chemical residue within your food, especially with fruits and vegetables which tend to be very water dense. And if you're juicing it, you're extracting out all of the water. You don't want that residue sloshing around in your system when all you're consuming mostly is going to be juice. I'm going to see how the juice cleanse goes. I'm not going to, I would like to do a 10-day one again, but I'm not going to be too strict with myself in the sense that if I only go for like a week rather than 10 days, I wouldn't want to do it any less than a week. Then I'll be happy with that. I'm going to just show you some more of my produce, because you've been looking at my unattractive face for a while. So let's have a look and delve into this produce and have a look at all the good stuff. Okay, so as I said, yeah, there's apples there. We've got some bananas, which aren't good for juicing, but I like to freeze them and sometimes have banana ice cream that I extract from my juicer in a different setting, which is really tasty. So I might allow myself a treat one night for that. So we've got here black kale, 2 packets of black kale, or cavollo nero. And then I've got curly kale here, organic as well, and you can see I really like the colour of these stalks. Look at the beautiful purple veins there, which I've noticed that I have not been able to see in the non-organic kale that I used to purchase. I've also got here some coriander. I really dislike the taste of coriander, but it's supposed to be very, very good at that, and parsley, which I'm not very fond of taste-wise either, are supposed to both be very good at helping clear the heavy metals out from your bloodstream and out of your body, and from your I want to get all my lymphatic system cleared out, and any toxic build-up that must be in my system from all of these chemicals that have caused me my bothers, and really wanting to try and really cleanse my cells out and give them a chance to really have a nice nurturing environment without any crap that I'm putting into my body. I've got lots of celery here, organic celery as well. I really desperately wanted organic celery because I use that quite a lot as I use about a head per juice batch. I've also got some organic cucumbers. Unfortunately, the delivery I got of organic food, they only had 2. So I need to go out and get some more cucumbers, because again, cucumbers are fantastic for having as a base for any of your juices, any of your green juices especially, because they're so high in water and they're cheap. So with the cucumber, I would put in either 1 or 2 cucumbers and 1 celery head, and then I would use the leafy green, some kale or some spinach here. And if I was doing 1 batch of green juice, I'd probably maybe use 1/3 of the spinach there. Or if I were doing kale, let's have a look. I've got some out here. I'll just give you an example of how much kale I would put in for 1 batch. Just bear with me. Give you an example. Sorry if you already know all this stuff. So yeah, I'll actually just quickly put out what I would normally put in my, this is kind of my go-to juice, and it really helps calm down my my skin. So if I ever have right now my skin's really itchy because I had an allergic reaction yesterday, so I'm really excited to be juicing soon. So I'm just giving you an example of the sort of things that I would put in my juice. Sorry. Okay, so oops, sorry. Again, see if this is your first time doing a juice fast, or you're just wanting to change it up or whatever, you're just wanting some more information about juicing, I would really recommend to begin with to try and make sure you don't go overboard with the fruit sugars. Don't juice too much in the way of fruits, because a a lot of people fall into that trap, and because you're removing all fibre from your juice when you juice it, it means that if you're juicing fruits, then that's just fructose, and it's like liquid form that you're drinking, and can really spike your blood sugar levels up very fast, and you know, that's not always good. So if you are like, say if you are wanting like to juice like apple juice, I would recommend like juicing like some apples, but make sure you always add in your leafy greens as well, like spinach or kale along with it. So I'm just nearly done showing you what I would typically juice in one of my green juices. Okay. So I'll show you, this is roughly what I'm probably going to be juicing for my first juice. So here we go. I've got here, oh sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't blame you if you've already given up on me. This is my first one, I'm so sorry. Okay, so here we go. As I said, we've got some cucumber. So I do like maybe one cucumber, a head of celery or less, depending. I'm just going like hell for leather this time around. This is fennel, which is really cleansing, good for the liver and the kidneys, and quite detoxifying. It's also supposed to be good for like a mood enhancer as well, which is good. Kind of calms you down as well. I like having fennel tea, which is nice. Dill as well is very fragrant and cleansing. We've got here, that's how much I would put in kale wise for the leafy greens. Also got here 1 lemon. So I would peel the lemon. This particular lemon is actually organic and unwaxed. So like I could try juicing the full thing, but I usually just peel and maybe even just I might keep the actual skin and grate it over like a little salad snack in case I do decide I want to snack on salads while I'm juice cleansing. Which is, I think it's a better kind of lenient way to do it if it's keeping you on the fast rather than no solids whatsoever. So here we are, so I would take about maybe about that much of parsley and about that much of dill, 1 apple. So you've got the apple and the lemon as a sweetener, and also the beetroot here is sweet. I've neglected, I'm probably going to add in like 2 or 3 carrots as well, which is sweet. So even though all round it's not, you know, it's this is still quite a high sweetness juice, really. I've got spirulina here, which is a blue-green algae, which is a very good source of protein and good for it's a long chain amino acid structure, which is good for rebuilding your cells and regenerating. Also just recently started adding a little dollop of flax oil to my juice as well, which is completely optional. This is cold pressed and unrefined. That's extremely high in omega-3s. I've also got chia seed oil as well it's good for the antioxidants, omega-3s and 6s. I know you've got to be careful with your omega-6s, you don't want them too high though. I'm also a great fan of turmeric. Turmeric's a really great blood cleanser and antioxidant, as well as the beetroot. And then you've got ginger, which is a really good cleanser as well, anti-inflammatory properties, antiseptic properties. You can put garlic in here as well, but that's for the hardened juicers. So I'd probably like use about like a thumb's worth, a bit less. Oh, I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to quickly leave you. This is my first juice I'm going to make, so I'm sorry if all this is really, really boring. I'll try and keep you updated with my juice cleanse and let you know how it's going. I'll just give you another quick look at all of my beautiful produce here. I'm going to add some Himalayan pink salt to my morning litre of water and lemon to try and help with my conductivity. I'm going to go doing some sprouts as well. I'm going to start sprouting. So mung sprouts and mung beans and alfalfa seeds I'm going to sprout. And all the best, and I'll speak to you soon.